My name is Cherie, and I am a docent with the Durango Botanical Society. And a part of the reason that I became involved as a docent is because I wanted to give myself exposure to the plants of our area, to learn what really likes to grow here, and also to be around folks who have that similar interest and who want to encourage plants that will grow well in our area. So we'll start with the xeric area.
Durango Demonstration Garden, the Durango Library Demonstration Garden. My name is Susan Ostendorf, and I'm a docent with Durango Botanical Society. I like to think of this slope as the transformation slope. This is what it used to look like before Durango Botanical Society took over its care. And I'd like to give you a little background history about what transpired here.
This garden has come a long way in a very short time, and that is due to so many entities and so many individuals. I can't even start naming them. Just a little bit of sort of recent history. When I came here in 2001, the Mercy Hospital was here. So this piece of property has been transformed. Over the course of time, the hospital went away, moved east, and look what happened. We got a new library from cramped Andrew Carnegie quarters on East 2nd to this magnificent building.
The area between the library and the river was just kind of a weedy, overgrown, underutilized space. The library had plans to put kind of a natural area there, but when the recession hit in 08 and 09, the city budget fell on hard times. But right about that time, the Durango Botanical Society was looking for some space to establish a public garden. So it just was serendipity that it worked out, and the Botanical Society became the champion of the demonstration garden, and it was installed in fairly record time and opened to the public in 2011.
And it was a slope. I want to urge you all to go online and look up the Durango Botanical Society website, because you can see how this hill was transformed. The library board started hearing from people on this well-traveled river trail here. How come your backyard is so scruffy? What are all those weeds back there? What was here was a slope, narrow leaf poplars, and grass, and then ultimately, after the first year, guess what blew in?
Not only should we try and grow plants from the Rocky Mountain area, but we should also look at unusual plants that grow in the same kind of environment. Like this one, for example, this beautiful Tanacetum originated in Turkey, and a Scottish botanist by the name of Peter Davis, who cataloged a lot of the flora of Turkey, brought it back and championed it. It's now like really, really popular in Denver. You'll see it growing everywhere in Denver. This has come through the winter just beautiful.
And I think the little interesting story about this is it's also called wolfbane, and all parts of the plant are very toxic. And the reason they call it wolfbane is, I guess, they actually, maybe in European countries, they actually poison wolves with their little hooded flowers there, and they are very, very purple. So
I can't believe it didn't even.
you will know them.
The perennials that grow here are not perennial always when they grow here. They're perennials in other climates, but here they tend to be more annual.
That's exactly
Sometimes they'll
right.
come back for us, but we can't have any promises from them in regard to that. So actually, out of the xeric annuals in this section, we have about half of them are perennials when they live somewhere else. So we just have to consider that there are limitations to being here, but it doesn't mean that we can't play around with perennials and encourage them to try to come back or replant them as we would like to, see what we can have success with.
The official title is the Library Demonstration Garden. So what is it that we're actually trying to demonstrate? And there are three things that come to my mind. One of them is we're demonstrating that a committed small group of volunteers can achieve wonders. The second thing is that our garden is kind of a microcosm of the transformation of horticulture in the West. It's been completely transformed just in our lifetime, like in the last 30 or 40 years. So it's a demonstration of that transformation, and it's also a demonstration of what it's possible for average gardeners in the Durango area to grow in their own backyard. We want them to see it, we want them to be inspired, and we want them to try and grow this in their own backyard.
It's this way all the time. The river is coming down. The geese are over there squabbling. One morning in May last year at 10 a.m., there's a channel there on the left bank of the river, and 8 to 10 deer were swimming down in single file. All you could see was their heads and the big ears. And we're looking, thinking, what is that? They pulled out of the channel, hauled out on that island there, but 2 or 3 of the little fawns didn't make it, and they got out on this side. So we're all standing here watching this drama of, Mommy, Mommy, what are you doing over there? There's something going on here always, always.